Hi, and welcome back to Gaming Insurrection's features videos for the NES Game Atlas. I am Editor-in-Chief, Lyndsey Beatty, and this is Editor-at-Large, Brandon Beatty.
Hey, everybody.
So, in this episode, we're doing Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Oh, man, this is another game made by Capcom, but it was important because I actually owned this game growing up while watching the Disney Afternoon.
I didn't own it, but I knew about it.
Right.
I played other things besides this, but I was familiar with Capcom's Disney Afternoon properties. So, and I also watched Chippendale. I didn't mind Chippendale. So, I was like, okay, well, they made a game for it, and I knew about it from the NES Game Atlas. So I was like, oh, okay, all right, I guess. It's interesting. So we're gonna react to a video that we recorded for this game specifically, for the NES, and talk about, the stuff that we did in the video. So we're getting started now. But yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting finally playing it as an adult. So they kind of go through some story at the beginning. We also have them codes, by the way.
Right.
And I let it go through the story before we got started playing. So I don't think we take damage. I think we have a code on for no damage. And so we did this one. This is one of the very few co-op games that was on the NES. So we did this together. We actually filmed this one and we played together. I think I'm Chip and you're Dale, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
So the cute thing about this, first of all, they are adorable. And I always thought they were adorable even in the TV show. But you can hurt and harm each other too. In this. So you can kind of hinder each other from playing or help each other.
Yeah, I got tore up by those.
Yes. Thankfully we have a code on for no damage.
Yeah.
So they are super adorable. They're just the cutest things. I accidentally hit you.
And it was like throwing back of hitting each other by mistake,
right.
Back and forth.
So, and you can also pick each other up, and that you can help each other do
Exactly.
Do stuff. So, one of the things also too, this I didn't know this until I was an adult. So we got Zipper, which was really cool. I was like, they incorporated everybody in here. I like that. So it's characters that you're invested in the little, you're invested in the little characters. I was like, why he hit me in the back of the head?
Sorry.
But one of the things I did not know until I was an adult, and I had to look at it again, and I was like, oh, word, they did do that. So Chip is supposed to be wearing Indiana Jones's costume. He's wearing Indiana Jones's costume. I hurt myself. Thankfully, we have a code on for no damage.
Exactly. Again, no damage saves lives.
It sure does. Because I was just taking all the hits. But yeah, Chip is dressed as Indiana Jones, and Dale is dressed as Magnum P.I.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool. That's actually kind of cool. But I never paid any attention, even in the TV show, watching the TV show back in the day. I never paid that any attention until I played the game and I was reading up on it, and it was like, oh wait, they are exactly supposed to look like that. That is the most adorable thing.
Yeah, and the thing is about Chippendale, before they were well known as on the Disney Afternoon block, they were actually original Disney characters, but they were always get into something with either Donald Duck.
Right.
Most of the time it was Donald Duck they would get into.
Right.
But
I was used to Alvin and the Chipmunks in terms of chipmunks.
Yeah, but
things. And I was an adult the first time I actually saw a real chipmunk. Not a squirrel, a real live chipmunk. And they are the cutest things. They are super adorable. They're very small. They're much smaller than squirrels. But they're super cute.
Yep. Here comes Monterey Jack.
He was cute too. I always like money.
Yeah.
So we devised a strategy here with throwing the ball. Because we kept taking each other out with the ball. And I was like, crap. Okay, so we got to make up a strategy here. So, and I remembered from reading the NES Game Atlas that you could take the ball. You take the ball. The whole key here is to take the ball and throw it up. Which actually isn't hard. That's actually really hard. I mean, it's actually easy once you pay attention and don't do things like throw it at yourself or your partner.
Yeah, and the thing is, you actually could do this all throughout the game. No matter which boss you are in, you got a ball that will help you. And this little bonus stage was pretty cool too. Right,
and you could hinder each other on the bonus stage. But the whole point was that you were supposed to be clearing it as fast as possible. We did not. And then there's Fat Cat, and I was like, oh. So I went and learned about Fat Cat. Fat Cat was the pet cat of like this crime boss dude who got arrested, and the cat was continuing his crime spree, but with like animals and stuff. So we are nearing the end of our video here. Chippendale is actually very, very, very cool. It was a good little platformer, little hop and bop platformer where you had co-op. It was one of the first instances of co-op, and I like that about Chippendale. I like that you could get somebody else in to help you.
Exactly, and like of course Capcom had other licenses like Darkwing Duck, DuckTales, and stuff like this. But this is actually Chippendale Rescue Rangers, and DuckTales was actually one of the first two that Capcom made off of the Disney Afternoon block.
Right, and they got sequels too.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I enjoyed Chippendale now that I've played it as an adult, and I've played it with someone else. It's actually really fun playing it, but yeah, it was very fun.
Yeah, and basically, if you were a big fan of the Disney Afternoon lineup, this is like, okay, this is the game you wanted to get when it was like fresh out.
Right, and then when they put it in the Disney Afternoon collection, that's actually really good.
Yeah,
they had a lot of the really good cartoons.
Yeah,
and the games based on those cartoons. So I think Aladdin's in that group too, because it wasn't a Disney Afternoon cartoon.
Yeah,
I think
it was based off the movie.
But they included it in that collection. Yeah. I think I don't quote me on that. But that's also something else to get.
Oh yeah.
So we are nearing the end here, and we are going to be back with other videos. So we're going to probably do DuckTales next. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.
Welcome to Gaming Insurrection's NES Game Atlas feature. We are doing videos and reacts for the NES Game Atlas and the 18 games that are featured in the Atlas. I am Gaming Insurrection Editor-in-Chief Lyndsey Beatty, and this is Editor-at-Large Brandon Beatty.
Hi, everybody, once again.
So, we're doing DuckTales, which is a classic. It is. Listen, if you don't know that theme song, we're going to revoke your Child of the 80s card if you were in fact born in the 80s.
She will do it.
We will take it. DuckTales is one of the best platforming games that came out on the NES. It was a very, very good, strong platformer. Nice hop and bop. And it has memorable characters. You know the characters because you probably watched the cartoon. I used to watch it when it came on after school. So, yeah, DuckTales is one of my favorites. And we have previously done a classic focus on DuckTales. I can't remember the issue right off the top of my head, but I remember putting it together, and it was fun putting it together. I learned some new stuff about DuckTales, so we're gonna react to this video that I recorded of me playing. We're gonna get started now. So the little theme, of course, is played. You can pick your difficulty. So I always start with Amazon because it's the easiest. It's supposedly, out of all the stages, the Amazon is the easiest. And the NES Game Atlas recommends it too. I have a code on that I think it makes the, I shouldn't be taking damage, but I think I have a super high hit points. So even though I take damage, it doesn't reflect it until like hit 8 or 9 where I'm taking damage. So, gotta get that ice cream cone to refill your health.
Yeah.
I have a lot of this memorized too.
Yeah, and I noticed something while you're playing that, like, you got some of these, like, some of the enemies are, like, from the Jungle Book, like, like the little snake from the Jungle Book was making a little cameo appearance.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think. So, okay, this is one of the first secrets that you come across. I remember renting this. I'm showing my age. I rented this from Farmore. And it was like, ooh, I want to play this because I love DuckTales. So, I think I was 8 when I rented it. That's your first pink diamond too. And that's the second secret, is that you go across the top there of the hidden area to get to a second hidden area. I try not to go across the bottom there. I like to go across the top of here. This has got a lot of charm, and that's what I love about it. It very much reminds me of the TV show. He's got invincibility. Oh, and the statue, if I'm not mistaken, the statue where it tells you to go up, if you went across the bottom, the statue would like charge you money to go up, and I'm like, nah. I'm not giving you any money, guy. That's gonna be a no.
Which is, I didn't get that at all. And I was like,
It's kind of obnoxious. I was like, stop charging me money. The whole point here, though, is Scrooge does not want to pay money. Notice I'm taking damage, by the way, now. And I'm fixing to die. Because I knew I was going to take this hit and I was not going to make it. So I usually put on a code where Scrooge does not take damage at all. Good old Launchpad McQuack. Notice that I was forced to take the hit from the B.
yeah.
And I took another hit. And I'm fixing to take this last hit. And I'm gonna die. I'm gonna take this last hit from this Venus flytrap. Because that's what those are supposed to be. And I died.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was DuckTales. I did not record after that. I did not attempt to do that again. It was getting on my nerves. So I was just like, I don't feel like doing this anymore. But usually I can beat the Amazon level and get the treasures. I've actually beaten DuckTales from start to finish. I've sat down and played from start to finish, and I've beaten it.
Pretty cool. Did they do a remastered version of DuckTales for the 360?
They did. We have DuckTales remastered. They did it for PS3. It was for like all of the current gen systems.
Right.
Then I have it on 360. I specifically, because we've reviewed it for Gaming Insurrection.
Yeah, we did.
It was around, I want to say, Christmas 2013 is when that came out.
Oh.
Because I ran and got the copy, because I was going to buy it anyway. I ran and got the copy and reviewed it for that first quarter 2014. And I think that might have been the issue that we did DuckTales Classic Focus. So yeah, I seem to recall doing that. That probably is when I did that. But yes, it was the remaster has a fantastic soundtrack too, by the way. I love the soundtrack for that. I have that soundtrack. And I have the original soundtrack. So there was also a beta version, and I'm going to throw this in here real quick. There was a beta version, and then there's the final release version. In the beta version, if I'm not mistaken, the moon theme is faster. Or it might be the other way around. But the difference you can tell is that the moon theme is different between versions. Whatever the final version is, that's the final version. But then there was like it's either sped up or it's slowed down.
Yeah.
In the beta version. So yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed DuckTales. So I learned a lot about the game. But that's our DuckTales react.
Yep.
It was very short, but it was fun. So, we're gonna go on to our next video. I don't know what our next one is gonna be, but we're doing more reacts because there's 18 games in the NES Game Atlas, and we're covering all 18 games. So come back and watch us later on.
All right, bye. All right, everybody. Bye for now.